Hi everyone! Merry Christmas, because I celebrate Christmas. If you don't, you wouldn't be watching this particular video, because this is going to be for a Christmas Eve or Christmas Day dinner, Christmas party kind of look. And it is a silver on the lid with some green at the top. I think that green is a very complimentary color. I love the color red. However, red doesn't always translate to be the prettiest on eyes, especially on more fair-skinned people. So this is what it looks like, and we are going to, I have done already half of my face, and so we're just going to do the entire other half. So I've already placed a piece of tape along my eye, just a little bit on the outside, so that it'll have this little, so I can have a straight line. And I already primed my eye with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. The first color we're going to use is from MAC, and this is a Crushed Pigment. And it is the silver Crushed Pigment that came with the Surf's Up collection last summer. There are crushed pigments available. I like to use my fingers for these just because brushes don't seem to work out well for me. So if you're going to be using this on clients, I recommend tapping a little into your lid and using your finger that way. You do get a little bit of fallout when you do this, but I also feel like it gives you the prettiest foiled look as opposed to a brush, which makes it look very glittery. And while I'm after the large amount of shimmer, I also wanted to have that melted silver, melted foil kind of look, which I think is gorgeous for the season. There we go. Then we're going to take our brush, make sure that we close that, because this stuff, if it falls, brother does it fall. So I'm going to be using a 217 from MAC. My numbers are all worn off, that's sad. And we're going to just blend it out a little bit at the edges and bring it down around the eye, which round here will make for a nice inner corner highlight later. So this is just to smooth out any bumps, because these do have a tendency to be a little clumpy, which is reduced by a lot when you use your finger instead of a brush. But still, now I'm going to be using this is from Coastal Scents. It's their C430 Duo Fiber Crease Brush. So it's a very thin tapered brush, and it has a dual side to it. And we're going to be using two colors for this. I'm going to start off with the Urban Decay, not the Urban Decay, oh my gosh, the Coastal Scents palette, and there's the fourth green color in from the right. I've used a lot of it. It's a deep jade color. But you're going to use that, and you're going to place that right in your crease. I have to go kind of high for mine, and I'm going to wing it out at a curve like this so I can get this kind of a shape. Bring it down and lift it up. This is just going to be a nice green base. Lots of shimmer in this look. I'm not going to be afraid to go for the shimmer. Then from this NYC Individual Eyes for Blue Eyes palette, the very top color is a very deep green that has, I would call it like a velvet texture as far as its finish goes. So it's sort of shimmery, but not completely shimmery, but it's definitely not a matte. And that's just going to be for a little bit, to make it a little bit darker without adding black. And I'm going to bring it up kind of high, because as you can see I have hooded lids, so if I don't bring it up high it just gets buried in my crease. So I have to bring it up on my orbital bone, fly it out. I think I may have gotten some in an area I don't want, but I can fix that. And I'm going to bring it down here so it will cover the silver, but when you mix them together, it makes this nice transition. It looks really pretty. It might be hard to see on my camera but I promise you in real life it's pretty. Clean this little area here because I didn't want it all the way over there. Then we're going to remove our tape, and you end up with that line. Then I'm going to take a clean area on my makeup remover brush and go over it just lightly once, and then I'm going to take the tapered brush again, lightly dip it into that first color and bring it underneath the eyes just a little bit. And that's a little lower than I wanted it to go. So I'm just going to sweep under there nicely. And then, oh, did that fall? Oh, it fell. Why did these things always fall? I'm going to be using an Urban Decay 24/7 liner in Mildew for the waterline. I was trying to avoid using black except for mascara because I don't know how I feel about green mascara myself. So we have that. Then we're going to curl our lashes. And I am using L'Oreal's Luminous Carbon Black mascara in waterproof. Some people say that they don't like this. I don't have a problem with it. Of course, I have long lashes. They're not super long, but they are pretty long. But they are very thin. There we are. No liner, I think it looks pretty just like this. And now for the face, I'm going to use Urban Decay's D-Slick. Give that a minute to dry while I search for my Revlon ColorStay in Sand Beige, 180 Sand Beige. I must have gotten darker or something because I used to be 150 buff, but didn't fit my skin tone anymore, or maybe it got more yellow, I'm not sure. But I'm going to use this brush from Hard Candy because it's the best brush I have for this kind of foundation. So I'm going to just get that on to that and start packing it on. Well, not packing it, but sort of patting it and then blending it as I go, so that both halves of my face will match. I don't know what I almost said, but I didn't like it. Oh. Piece of the brush came off, that's annoying. Oh, and it got stuck in my finger and then just went right back on my face. Okay. Okay, brush. As I said, I already did an entire half of my face, so I'm not going to go over here. Just going to work on the side, blending it nicely. And I'm going to take a sponge, and this gives you a pretty finish. I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't know why you would want a dewy look with foundation, but some people do, so avoid this step if you wanted it to look a little dewier. Okay. Then I'm going to wipe my hand off so we don't have that all over the place. And this is doll, or maybe it's baby doll, but it's something doll from Hard Candy. And it's like, why don't you just look on the back? Well, because the company mixed up them And this says Tropics, which is actually a gold bronzer. But this is a shimmery pink. I'm sorry if I seem a little bit peeved off in this video. I kind of am, because we were supposed to go get our Christmas tree, but my dad decided to make new plans instead. Never mind, I'm going to keep it lighter. There we go. This is shimmery, it's not matte, but I think that that's fine. And, oh, where did you go? It rolled away from me, I believe. How terrible. Here it is. It's hiding under a brush. This is also from Hard Candy, and this is their Glow Away Dual thing, and I'm going to use the, it's supposed to be a dupe for Benefit's High Beam. And I just make one swipe and then blend it out with my fingers. Oh, forgot to clean off the top. Where did the makeup brush go now? Not the makeup brush, I'll clean it in a minute. Alright, and then we're going to set our face with, I don't know if people don't read the instructions on these things or whatever, but for the D-Slick anyways, it does say to do it to your face before and after applying makeup to it. So, now where did this go? It rolled away. Why does everything roll away from me? Going to be using lips. This is Revlon's ColorStay Overtime Lip Color, and it is in Forever Scarlett. I had primed my lips with Sugar Rose from Fresh. This one, people know about it, yes? Got some right in the minute. Same right there. These things last a really long time. If you don't take them off with makeup remover, you're gonna have quite a time. But I think this works out well if you have concerts or something to do. So there you have it. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to whatever you celebrate if it's not Christmas. And I will talk to you later. Bye bye!